Hello everyone, I'm Pauline Barbet. I am currently working as a bioinformatician engineer at INRAE in the Metagenopolis unit. I will present you my poster for the 2023 ISCB ECCB conference called MIASSM, a user-friendly application to explore a standardized database aggregating manually curated metadata of public metagenomics projects. This work was done under the supervision of Florian Plaza Ognate and Victoria Mélier. Here you can see the whole poster. I split it into smaller parts in order to explain you things more precisely. First, few words concerning the background and objectives. Currently, the amount of metagenomic sequencing data is growing exponentially, and associated metadata is often sparse, scattered across multiple repositories, and lack homogeneity. So, a resource gathering metadata from available public cohorts using standardized and unified terminology is needed by bioinformaticians and data analysts. That's why in this poster we introduce MIASSM for Metagenopolis Integrated Archive of Standardized Metagenomic Samples and Metadata as a web-based application aiming to browse a standardized database aggregating manually curated metadata of public metagenomics projects. Before implementing them into the database, we need to recover and standardize the metadata in 3 steps. The first one is the recovery of raw metadata from public databases, but also from supplementary data and the publication associated to the bioprojects for both projects and their associated samples. The second step consists in define and curate the ontologies. For the samples, we defined around 40 ontologies and around 60 divided into 7 categories for the projects. Regarding the curation, it's the most time-consuming and above all the most important part because it's a manual operation. The fields' names are first corrected according to the ontology's definitions. Then comes the standardization with the outliers checking and the homogenization of terms, units, and formats. During the third step, samples quality is validated from harmonized and curated samples metadata. All these steps are done thanks to an R script. Once the metadata is ready to use, it can now be implemented in the database with a Python script in 2 different collections. One is dedicated to the projects and the other to the samples. The MIASSM Shiny interface allows the query and the visualization of the database content according precise criteria. In this interface, you can choose precise filter to apply on the request among all the available fields on either samples or project collections. Then, the MIASSM database is queried according to this criteria in order to find the corresponding results and visualize the associated metadata. Once the query is done, on the visualization page you have access to various information. In the first place, the metadata tables, but also the number of projects or sample found, the list of corresponding IDs, and a reminder of filters applied. You have even graphs showing an overview of project status and study types. Let's finish with some application example of what you can do with the MIASSM interface. First, requesting the project collection. For example, searching all projects published from 2017. From the metadata, you can get the number of samples in the projects or the field's availability in the associated samples. In addition, requesting the samples collection, for instance, selecting all healthy individuals, you can do some graphics based on the clinical data. The final purpose of using the MIASSM interface is from the ready-to-use metadata to be able to download metagenomic sequences for further downstream analysis. To conclude, to date, we have focused only on studies related to the human intestinal microbiota. The integration of other body sites and hosts is planned soon. Also, making available taxonomic and functional profiles using a fully automated pipeline is ongoing. Finally, over 200 cohorts covering either clinical and nutritional studies on human and animal are waiting to be implemented in MIASSM. Thanks for listening. If you have any questions, feel free to send me an email or discuss with me during the Bioinformatics in France session.